I'm going to kind of help out doing everything today. We plan on this really cruising. I've been to some meets and I've seen how things get done, and I have some ideas on how to run things quickly, and I'm really praying for good weather because that wasn't part of the plan. Bad weather wasn't. So obviously we're going to start with the back squat. I'm just going to cover the rules real quick. If you're not familiar with depth, we're almost too late. But basically on the back squat, all we're looking for is depth, and that you get the bar out by yourself and you put it away by yourself. If you don't know depth, we're talking the crease of the hip underneath the top of the knee. And it's diagrammed right there in these rules if you want to see it. But I mean, really, that's what we're looking for here. It's not an interpretation of that idea. What I'm looking for is to see that this is just closer to the ground than this. Everybody with me? Yep. So I'm not looking at the hip socket. I'm not looking at the plane of your bottom of your leg. I'm not looking at any of those things. I'm not interpreting it like that. I'm looking to see the crease of the hip below the top of your knee, and that is the minimum standard. So there's not too deep, but there is too high. Everybody with me? Are there any questions on depth? Because really that on the squat is going to be the deal breaker, right? So the crease of the hip underneath the top of the knee is the minimum standard. If you go too low and you recover your position and rack the bar, that's obviously not a problem. If you do not get the crease of your hip underneath the calf of your knee, that's a problem. Before you rack the bar, you need to show hip extension, chest up. So if you finish your squat out here and waddle and rack the bar, you're not going to get 2 thumbs up, right? Makes sense? So really the squat's as simple as that. So a good squat attempt is going to look like this. You take the bar out by yourself, you get set up and show control, you squat to depth, you recover the position on your own, you put it away. If this happens, I'll be sitting in front of you, we'll have somebody on either side of you. If this happens, you're going to hear take it, and your turn's over. Any descent in the bar after you've started back up is going to be a missed attempt. So you can't, you follow me? Or if you hit a sticking point and then I see that bar drop from the sticking point, any descent in the bar after you've started your ascent is going to be take it, and my spotters are going to bail you. Does that make sense? If you start to, this isn't a problem as long as you get it right before you put it away. Don't try to put it away before you finished your lift, right? So that should be pretty clear. That really, the issue is always going to be depth, and then the second issue is just going to be making sure that you finished extending at the hip before you go to rack the bar. Are there any questions on the squat? Okay. Press. I'll pretend like I can press. I'm looking for a thumbed grip, not my rule, it's in the papers, so I'm just going by what the paperwork says. So I'm looking for a grip that has your thumb around the bar, not a grip that doesn't have your thumb around the bar. Again, not my rule, it's in the books. And then we're looking for extension overhead at the top. So here's going to be the deal breaker on the press, and I'll give you guys a profile. This is not extension overhead, this is extension higher than my head. That's not over my head, right? So I don't have any flexibility, but I think you guys understand extension over the head would be extension over my head, right? And then the second rule is there's no excessive lean back. You can't turn it into a bench press and then right yourself. You got to keep the front of your armpit on this side of the back of your butt. So if you have to do a little bit of rocking to drive the bar, you're fine. But if you put the front of your armpit behind the back of your butt and you turn into a bow, like an archery bow, that's going to be no good. Everybody with me on that? And then the other thing is, any break at the knee on that press is a no lift. Even, that's really what we're going to be looking for, is any breaks in the knee. So, I mean, just squeeze before you press, you know, so that doesn't happen at all. And no, obviously, no push press. It's got to be a strict press. So get everything lined up down here first. And then you bring the bar down, you rack it by yourself. We'll have spotters on the back squat. There will not be spotters on the press. I'll put bumpers on here and you can dump it. But you got to put it away to get the lift. You follow me? So if you get a lift and you dump it, No good. You can't dump the bar, you gotta put it away to get the lift. Any questions on the press? Okay, deadlift. We'll swap these out, we'll drag out platforms. Deadlift is pretty simple. Don't hitch, and make sure that you finish out the hips. So, you know, like sometimes you might see this kind of happen a little bit, or something like this. You know, you gotta be extended and shoulders behind the bar. And then no hitching is just gonna mean you can't start to walk it up your thighs because you're having trouble. So you can't, I'm really exaggerating it, but you get the point. And not my rule, it's in that paperwork, and I don't know why they hate it, but you gotta grip the bar outside of your legs, which unless you can grip out here and snatch grip your deadlift means no sumo. I don't care how wide your legs are, the rules don't care about that, but it says the bar must be gripped outside the legs, so you gotta grip the bar outside your legs. Obviously any grip works on the deadlift. You can hook grip it, you can reverse grip it, you can double overhand it, whatever you prefer to do there. Any questions on the deadlift? Okay, so here's how this is gonna run. We will have flight order. Yes?
Can we drop the deadlift?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked. No, you cannot. You must go to the ground with the bar, so you can't open your grip up. You don't have to have a nice control and put the bar down soft, but your hands have to be on the bar when it gets to the floor. So you can bring it up real nice and then go, nah, but your hands got to be on the bar when you get it to the floor. Thank you. Okay, so I'll have flight orders projected on the wall. Bar's gonna go lightest bar to heaviest bar. We're just gonna have a men's flight and a ladies flight. You can change your weights. No, not gonna really like try to hammer you with technicalities in that regard. Pound for pound, we will be awarding swords for men and women on a pound for pound coefficient, which is just gonna be using your body weight as the coefficient. And then the team or the gym that lifts the most weight, that all of your totals add up to the highest total, gets a samurai sword as well as a reward, or an award. I think that pretty much covers it, but if I'm missing something, please don't hesitate to ask questions. Yes?
Yeah, I wanted to wear wraps.
Another really good question. Knee wraps, knee sleeves, not a problem. However, the rules call for the knee wrap or the knee sleeve to be on through the whole lift. So if I was wearing knee wraps, I wouldn't really want them all tightened up and settled until I was heading out to lift. I would just kind of wrap them around my legs so that I was following the rules.
Okay, so just don't take them off my legs.
Right. Okay. And then if you want to loosen them and just have them hanging off of your legs, you're following the rules.
I might wear sleeves instead, just whatever feels good. Can I just roll them down? Or?
As long as they're on your leg, I'm good with it.
And the sumo thing, no sumo deadlifting?
You can't grip out, you have to grip outside the legs.
Okay.
So if you could find a way to...
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, I don't, CrossFit seems to really hate the sumo pull. I'm a fan of it myself, but...
So is that just with belts?
Belts are good to go, and there's nothing in the rules about having to keep your belt on the whole time.
What about knee sleeve and wraps?
Wow. I guess if they stay on it.
Yeah, if you keep them on all day. Any other questions on anything? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It is a quarter after at 10:30's first lift. We've got a mono lift and a power rack in the back. We've got 2 racks here, men's rack, ladies rack. We got 15 minutes to warm up. If you go and you see yourself on the
we don't
plate,
want to do anything to
coming up
scare your
next.
children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Come on, John.
Yep.
Tight, big belly.
Right away.
Tight belly.
Yep, let's go. Come on, guys.
Oh my God!
Knees up, knees up, knees up. Take. Come on, Ben. Knees up.
Oh my God!
Come on, Matt. Tight, big belly. Loose, knees out.
Put your hands
Give me
open,
all
Marcus.
your
Come on.
money.
Big belly. Heels, bro. Come on. Tight, tight, tight. Knees out, head back. Good lift. Get it, Jeff. Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jeff. Squeeze it down, buddy. Knees out, knees out, knees out.
Money.
Tight, tight. Big belly, big belly. Tight, tight, tight. Knees out, knees out. Butt, 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 butt. Big and tight. Flex out, flex out, flex out. Knees out, knees out. Oh. Tight, tight. Big belt, Matt, big belt. Keep it tight, keep it tight. Big chest. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Perfect, perfect. Head back, head back. Good lift, bro. Get it, Marcus, come on. Tight, tight, tight. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Big back jab, big belly.
Give me all your
Big
money.
belt, big belt, big belt. Tight. Knees out, knees out, knees out, knees out. Hit it. Head back. Real tight, Jan. Come on, big belly. Squeeze, butt, butt, butt. Knees out. Easy, easy. Tight as shit, bro. Come on. Kill him, son. Come on.
You see, I know I got money.
Tight, easy, easy.
Honey, I know I got.
Big belly.
I got it. Get a pause up.
Come on, man. Easy. Nice and tight. Big belly, big belt. Flex, 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 flex. Hit, hit. Butt, 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 butt. Woo! Tight, tight, big belly. Big belt, Matt, come on. Tight, tight. Knees out, knees out, knees out. Hit. Head back, head back, head back, head back, head back. Come on, Marcus. Easy, easy. Tight as shit, come on. Big back, big back. Big belt, come on. Big belt, tight, tight. Knees out, knees out, knees out, knees out. Up. Head back. Yeah. Come on, Jeff. Yeah, buddy. Easy, easy. Tight, tight, big belly. Knees up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up. Head back. Tight, 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 big belly. Knees out, butt, 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 butt. Come on, Megan, get it, get it. Tight, big belly. Knees out,
You see,
knees out,
I
hit
know
it,
I
hit
got
it, hit
money.
it.
Honey, I
big chest. Squeeze. Head through. Good. Hit it big, Marcus. Come on. Tight, big belt. Squeeze. Head through, head through, head through. Good. Come on, Katie. Tight, big belly. Squeeze. Head through, head through, head through. Tight, Megan. Big chest. Feel that belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Head through, head through, head through. Head through, head through. Good job. Kill this, Jan. Come on, tight. Tight, big chest. Flex, flex. Squeeze. Head through, head through, head through, head through, head through. Easy stuff, son. Get aggressive. Come on, get tight. Big rack, big rack. Feel that belt, tight, tight, squeeze, head through, head through, head through, head through. Good. Real tight, big belt, big shelf. Squeeze, head through, head through, head through, head through. Head, 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 head. Come on, Matt. Big chest, big chest. Tight, tight, big belt. Squeeze, head through, head through, head through. Head, head, head. Good. Tight, tight, big belly. Squeeze. Head through, head through. Good job. Easy, easy. Tight, tight, big shelf. Big belt. Squeeze, head through, head through, head through. Easy. Easy pull, son. Easy pull. Big belt, big chest. Get those hips low. Hips to the bar, hips to the bar. Knees out. Break it, break it. Break it. Knees out, Katie. Hips low, hips low. Chest up, chest up. Chest high, big back, big belly. Head back, head back, head back. Fast as hell, Marcus.